Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video I show you how to make a pretty pendant with Pebeo Prisme Fantasy colors. But before I start, I'd just like to ask you a little favor. If you want to see more videos and get notified, then please hit the subscribe button and notification bell. For this project you need pendant trays like this one. The deeper the better, as it needs to hold color and the resin, and you will also need a chain. You will also need Pebeo Prisme Fantasy colors. You can buy these individually or in a set. I bought this set years ago, and this set comes with 10 different colors, a relief outliner in gold, 2 droppers and 2 trays. For this project I show you how to use the relief paste on one pendant and all the colors on the others. You will also need a stick to stir your colors and droppers or something you can use as a dropper to add the color to the tray. You will also need resin, either 2-part resin if you have enough sunshine to cure the resin, or use UV resin like this one. I have never used UV resin before, so hopefully this works. For UV resin you need a UV light. I use a light from my stamp making kit. And don't do as I do in this video. Make sure you wear gloves. You will thank me later, as scrubbing the sticky paint off your hands is not easy. First of all, I recommend that you test and play around with your colors on something like a plastic tray. You can even use a lid from a Pringles box. They're really handy to use for crafting. I tested mine on these trays. Enjoy just playing with the colors and discover which color combination you like. A few years ago I tested the colors on these metal circles. For this design I've used the Cerner Relief Gold Outline Paste. It's not so easy to apply as it comes out uneven, so it is a bit fiddly. If you plan to make a few of these, I recommend doing them all in one sitting. If you don't like your outline, you can always wipe it off and start again. When you're happy with your outline, let it dry. It takes a few hours to dry. Next, stir the colors you have chosen thoroughly and add to your design with a dropper or use a cocktail stick. Be careful not to spill it. I wanted 2 different colors on the first pendant and I have chosen buttercup and purple for this one. For another pendant without the relief paste, drop 2 different colors and see how they react. Here I am using antique gold and red. The colors will form these beautiful cells. Make sure to ventilate the room when you use these paints as they smell, even more so when you have to revive colors. When I was planning this video, I discovered that all my paints have completely thickened. I ended up buying Rectified Turpentine and added a few drops to the paints and stirred the paints thoroughly. This stuff really stinks. Let the pendants dry completely. I tend to leave them for a day or 2. If you can see bubbles form, pop them with a cocktail stick. Otherwise, let the paints do their thing and watch. It's quite amazing how cells form. Here you can see other color combinations I have created off camera. I wasn't happy with the result of some of the pendants as the cells didn't form. This is due to having not stirred the paints enough and the fact that they are quite old. When they are too thick and not mixed enough, the colors stay separated and won't form the cells. I ended up adding more of the turpentine to my paints and stirring. Unfortunately, some of my paints also had formed clumps, so I had to make sure to pick them out. When the paints are not dry, you can simply wipe them off with a paper towel and clean the rest with turpentine, and start again. I managed to get some paint on the frame of the tray, so I have to clean that up later with a cotton bud. The pendants are now dry but still sticky to the touch, so I won't add resin yet and wait for a couple more days. I like the way the red and the antique gold came out and the blue with the eggshell. Unfortunately, I can also spot some little lumps, probably because I prodded the paint when it was drying. This teaches you to leave the paints alone until they are dry. I hope once I have added resin, it won't matter. Depending on what type of resin you use, you want to make sure you follow the instructions and eliminate any bubbles. According to the instructions, this resin takes 3 to 4 minutes under a UV light to cure. So I will try this now. Wish me luck! And here are the pendants with the resin on them. I noticed that this red pendant is actually broken. The loop for the chain is missing, so this one is the one I will just wear myself. On these 4 pendants I managed to get the paint all over the frame, and I just couldn't get the paint off with the turpentine, which is very annoying as I can't sell them in this state. I might just give them away. And on the purple one I haven't put enough resin on. Pebeo also has a color range called Pebeo Prisme Moon, which has a slightly different look. I would recommend to use these paints with bigger surfaces as the pendants are quite small. The colors just show much better on a bigger surface, and they are great for painting, as you can see on this bird painting. I hope you liked this video and have a go at creating your own pendants or paintings. I would recommend to get bigger trays so you have more space to play with. If you have a question, please leave a comment, and if you want to support this channel you can do so by liking, sharing and subscribing. You can also donate via PayPal. The link is in the description. Thank you for watching. Happy crafting. Until next time.